Hey Green Belts, we're going to be working on our hand techniques, a little bit of stance work as well because we have some new stances, and we have a brand new ready stance as well. It's called Ready Stance B. For Ready Stance A, this is the one you're used to. Your hands are in fists, feet are by your shoulder width, all that stuff. We're used to that one. This one's different. Your feet go together, your knees are going to slightly bend, one hand is going to make a fist, the other hand makes a C, and they cup right across from each other. Looks just like this. Make sure your hands don't actually touch each other. It's a little bit open. If you look at it from this angle, you can actually tell that my hands aren't touching. It's kind of like you have a cup of hot cocoa on a nice winter day and you're enjoying the sip. From our ready stance, we're going to go ahead and rock through all of our moves. This is actually going to be the first 6 moves of your form. 4 of them are going to be brand new, so we're just going to work them all together as one big package. First things first, hand stack. Feet turn, nice big square block. We've all seen this before. The next move is called a reverse outside knife hand strike. It's a very long name, it's a very long move. However, once you get it down, it's fairly simple to pull off. The hand that's on top is going to open. The hand that's in front is going to reach. You're going to grab the bad guy, pull him in nice and close, and then take this hand and chop him right in his head. So once more, you have your square block, top hand opens, reach, pull, and swing. It's called a reverse outside knife hand strike. The next move is going to be a fixed stance punch. The hand that's closed is going to be the one that's punching. So if this hand's open and this hand's closed, this hand is going to punch. It's called a fixed stance because we're going to add another step. For my current back stance, I'm doing a regular back stance. It's 2 foot lengths. To do a fixed stance, I'm just simply going to add another step. Makes it a little bit bigger. Now I'm in a fixed stance. So you go from your back stance to your fixed stance, and the closed hand throws a punch. It's a fixed stance punch. So we're going to do all that one more time. So you have your ready stance B, our square block, top hand opens, reverse, outside knife, and the hand that's closed, fixed stance, and punch. And then we can do the same thing going the other direction, hand stack, square block, top hand opens, reverse, outside knife, and our fixed stance, punch. Make sure that whichever foot is in front, that hand is doing the punch. Sometimes we'll like to switch it around and it's not quite correct. The next thing we're going to be doing is a double fist block and a closed stance. The closed stance is super easy. Take your feet, put them together. You're done. That's a closed stance because your feet are closed. Nice and simple. The double fist is also simple. If you simply take a double knife and make sure your hands are closed, now you're doing a double fist. So both hands reach, both hands are closed. They swing to the side. Now you have a double fist. One hand's out, making sure it's about eye level. The other hand right in the center of your chest. Reach to the other side and double fist once more. You actually have this a couple times in your form. You have a double fist and a closed stance, which is what we're practicing, and then at the very end, you have a double fist and a back stance. So no matter what your feet are doing, make sure your hands are always rocking your double fist. The next thing we're going to be talking about is a reverse inner form block. I know what you're thinking. I already know how to do an inner form block. It's the muscle block. I learned it at white belt. It was super simple. Now, we're going to make it complicated. All a reverse means is that your hands and your feet switch. We've had a couple of reverse stuff before. However, now that you're a green belt, your entire back half is all reversed. It makes it complicated. Your brain doesn't like to do it this way, which is why we're trying to practice it now. For a reverse inner form block to work, you have to actually be in a stance. If I'm just standing here, you can't really tell which foot's in the front because I'm just standing. So make sure you rock out a nice strong front stance. My left foot is in the front, so my right hand is going to do the reverse inner form block. Make sure that your hands and your feet do not match. If at any point in time it looks like this is an inner form block, congratulations, you can go back to being a white belt. We don't want to be a white belt. We want to be a green belt that knows how to make our hands and our feet opposite. If you switch feet so that your right foot's in the front, your left hand will then do the reverse inner form block. So it's the exact same block we learned at white belt. You're just making sure that your hands and your feet are on 2 opposite sides.